was just talking about the Disney tent.
I'm just
And that complainant actually went there and purchased stuff from that yard sale, to be honest.
I believe that.
So I'm just curious, because I don't know how many of you guys, just a show of hand, how many have attended one of those yard sales?
I ain't showing my hands.
So now it's public knowledge, gee.
Yeah, well, but I'm just saying, he
List
does it twice a year, and he brings in a lot of, to be honest, he does bring in a lot of traffic to that area. But Brookfield has always allowed yard sales.
Actually, it's expanded, because Tom Lavender is taking advantage of the traffic flow and setting up his little yard sale.
So why don't we just make it a town-wide?
In Cedar Park.
And so does other people down the road from him.
Cedar Park, Governor's Road, it's yard sale central.
Yeah, we could bring thousands of people up from the south, you know.
Right.
If the whole town did a yard sale on that day.
What's that one that goes down south? For
Goes for
200 miles?
Yeah.
Through what, 3 states or something
Something
like
like
that?
that. They have a major corridor and they.
Okay, I was just curious to know if the board entertained anything on that.
Leave it alone.
That would be my
I
advice.
stayed in this room when I left.
We're not going to, while I'm here, I'm not going to open up the floor to starting to curtail yard sales in this town. Because I think we would waste an awful lot of time on something pretty silly.
And the next thing would be lemonade stands.
Well, that's not legal.
Well, you have to have a permit to have a lemonade stand.
Someplace you do.
Actually,
Okay.
in New York City, or in the state of New York. Girl Scouts have to have a permit to sell Girl Scout cookies there.
Yeah.
Any other new business?
Yeah, the other one was the permissive zoning issue.
If it's not listed as illegal.
Rob was absolutely incorrect in that idea because I've done a little consultation on myself. Zoning is not either permissive or prohibitive. That is not necessarily the truth. Zoning can be both. It can be prohibitive and permissive depending on how the zoning ordinances are written. It is not a requirement either judicially or in any other way that it be one or the other. It can be both.
Right, but in Brookfield zoning ordinance, there's one little line in there that says if it is not permitted, it's permissive.
And I fought that in front of this building all day long, and we lost by 4 votes.
Yeah.
Well, I would also challenge how it got done, because there was no public hearings on it.
We're researching that right now.
And I think that's a major change.
Can we take that
requiring
out?
hearings.
Well, if it can be proven that there was no public hearings.
There wasn't, I was involved in
After the research, I think we should then discuss it. And until then, I don't think we should discuss it.
All right.
Yeah.
Simply because it depends, with the avenue we take to carry the discussion, we'll have to do with the research on how it was done. Go ahead.
If there was no public hearings and it was put in there without, it's our duty as a planning board to take it out and remove it, not discuss whether it should be in or not.
I agree, but I say we discuss this after the research. I have not been able to
get
get
the
to it.
research done and figure out how it got there and why it got there, and then there is legal recourse for zoning ordinance that are put in without the public's knowledge.
Or there is a little thing at the end of, on voting day, and especially when it's a ballot issue, the selectman or the planning board recommends this vote. And a lot of people's judgment, because they do not come to the meetings, they do not understand the ramifications or implications of what they're voting on, read the planning board recommends a yes vote on this, and they don't vote that way.
Because they depend on us and they vote us
exactly.
to speak
so
on their behalf.
Not always do the people vote something in that they're knowledgeable about and agree with.
Well, that's the reason for the hearings.
Yes, the reason for the
Whether
hearing.
they choose to go to them or not, we have to offer the public hearings
opportunity.
That's correct.
on these sensitive subjects.
So we will go there and we'll do the research, and we got time to look into that one. I mean, anything else in new business? Ed.
Do you think it's appropriate that we draft a letter back to the RPC, inviting them back at their latest convenience?
That's a good idea. We can do that. Seeing that you're the rep, would you like to do that?
Yes, I would.
Why don't you?
Can we voice our disappointment that they didn't show up?
Could, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Should I have a letter approved before I send it?
Yeah,
Well,
at
yeah,
least by the chair.
yeah, let me read it, just so we can say we read the letter. You know, or one of us read the, two of us read the letter.
Well, it would be accurate that we're disappointed.
I think so.
Yeah, very much so.
It should be courteous always and civil. Yeah, agreed.
Did we receive all our planning books?
We haven't received any more that I know of.
Okay, so how many do we have total?
10?
We drew in a lot of citizens to hear that valuable information. There was a lot of people in town disappointed on that one.
Maybe not word it that we're so much disappointed that they couldn't come, but they waited till the last moment to notify us.
I think we should keep any sarcasm or,
No, I'm not, I'm serious. I mean, people can't, you know, they
Yeah.
could have said, looked at their schedule, oh yeah, I can't make that, so I'm gonna let them send it out, boom.
Well, we're like we regret that you were not able to attend our meeting
Right.
to respond to our concerns.
Well,
I'm sure whatever, I'm sure how you word it will be fine. I
go
have
to it.
the most confidence.
And,
I also have a Metropolitan Planning Organization Technical Advisory Committee meeting to go to on Friday, so I can hand the letter to the SRPC.
that's good, then you know it's gotten there and they've received it. That's always
And
hand
they will be
delivered.
televised also, so I'm videotaping those also.
I watch, you're my late night TV now. There's nothing on the boob tube to watch. I can finish drawing and I turn on the computer and watch the Ed Show.
The Ed Show.
Ed TV, it's pretty popular in Poland, did you say?
Yeah, people are watching, especially the county commissioner meetings, they're watching them a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff, a lot of it. Some of it's a little dry and
I wonder if they watch you at
mundane.
the UN convention.
What was that, Bluebees?
I bet the Black Ops people are watching.
Oh, I'm sure on our list, I'm sure.
The list.
The list,
It's just information, you know?
the list of honor.
That's what makes our nation great.
Any other member comments?
Uh,
Yeah, Jim?
I would like to, on behalf of my family and myself, personally thank the members of the board for your outpouring of sympathy with the loss of my father. The flowers are absolutely lovely, and thank you all very much.
God bless.
You're welcome, our condolences. Adjourned. Meeting adjourned.
Thank you again.
Be careful of the glasses.
Slightly.
We already lost this glass once,
Don't
and it's
shake the
probably a
chair.
couple of hundred bananas.